Wake up or snooze. And we're starting in the NBA, Kaz. Chris Paul joining the Suns?
I am going to wake up to this because, man, if they were giving out superlatives last year to the NBA bubble teams, I feel like a lot of people would have tasked the Phoenix Suns as the team most likely to succeed. I mean, they went undefeated in the bubble. Devin Booker looked like he was about to be a megastar. DeAndre Ayton was kind of pulling into the number one pick potential that we all had for him. And he got a lot of nice pieces. Ricky Rubio, the Bridges, Dario Saric. And you add Chris Paul to that mix, forget everybody else. You give Devin Booker, a guy on the rise, somebody like Chris Paul, and that's a very formidable team out in the West, man, with a lot of formidable teams. So I'm definitely waking up to that. What about you, Monica?
I'm going to wake up to this as well. In fact, it sort of reminds me of when the Chris Paul trade to the Lakers got blocked, just because it has potential to be something that could alter the Western Conference. That is high praise for this Phoenix Suns squad, who really put it together in the bubble, but prior to that, we hadn't seen it consistently. But what I will say is Chris Paul played with Monty Williams 2010-2011 season when he was in New Orleans, and he has high praise for Monty Williams. I think Monty Williams is on the rise as a coach in this league, and then you went through all the pieces on that roster. Chris Paul, still one of the best point guards in the league today, is the perfect addition to stir that drink perfectly. And then I think he would take the Phoenix Suns to the next level for sure.
Monty Williams, great coach and even greater person. Shout out to him.
Yes. All right, staying with basketball. Teams now looking to trade up for LaMelo Ball, Kaz. Wake up or snooze. Mind you, it feels like just yesterday, maybe last week, we'll say, there was this discussion that LaMelo was falling in the draft rankings because he wasn't interviewing well with teams.
Well, this is my favorite time of the year, right? This is draft trade season. This is rumor season. Nobody knows what's going on. There's teams playing lots of chess to, using the media and all that type of stuff. I am going to wake up to this also, because this is such a weird lottery, right? Like, I feel like if LaMelo doesn't go number one to the Minnesota Timberwolves, which seems like a pretty good fit with D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns, and many other players, it gets real tricky. All right? You got the Golden State Warriors, who obviously doesn't need any backcourt help. You got the Charlotte Hornets, who probably would go towards the James Wiseman, who they need some help at the big. I feel like it gets really weird after that. Chicago, they just drafted the guard out of North Carolina. I forgot his name. Great hair.
Kobe White.
Kobe White. My God. Thank you so much. It gets really weird after that. So I think somebody is going to make a move. But we'll see. Who knows? I don't know if he's going number one or he's going to fall into the teens. Who knows? I don't know.
Are you in general, are you a best available guy or best fit for your squad in terms of draft strategy?
Well, here's the thing. Usually I'm a best player guy. I'm like, you get the best player and then you make it work. But this lottery is so weird, and there was no real postseason play for a lot of these NCAA players and guys coming from overseas. Like, we really don't know anything. So, I mean, it's such a weird dichotomy. I would definitely wake up to this, but LaMelo Ball is such a specific talent. If it doesn't fit, it's going to mess up your whole franchise.
While I agree with you, I got to snooze this because I don't know. I just don't know. I have not watched him play in either Lithuania or Australia.
Nobody knows.
Right. No, we just don't know. All right, keeping it moving. Staying in the NBA, though, JJ Redick, his podcast, The Old Man and the Three, is just giving us all these tantalizing sound bites to chew on. Latest from that podcast, Fred VanVleet. It's time to cash out. He's obviously going to be a top free agent in this mini intense, what is it going to be, a week and a half, 2 week free agency period this year. He's a guy that posted 17 points per game, 3.8 rebounds per game, 6.6 assists per game this past season for the Raptors. And he's got that championship under his belt. Are you waking up or snoozing to Fred VanVleet wanting his bag?
Listen, I'm big waking up to this. All right, Fred VanVleet, to me, is the number one free agent prospect this offseason, right? I mean, Anthony Davis is technically a free agent, but we know he ain't going nowhere, right? But, when it comes to Fred VanVleet, all he has done, not even in Toronto, his entire career, all he has done is played winning basketball, right? Like from college to Toronto, being damn near almost undrafted to help leading them to a championship. There's a lot of teams out there that can use a point guard, A lot of teams out there with money to spend. And I'm not saying nothing, but I'm just saying he would look really good in blue and orange if you're taking my advice. All right, I think this is a place. I think New York might be a place that he can get both. He can lead his team, which obviously needs leadership at the point guard, and he can get that Fetty, get that WAP, get that cheddar.
All right, so I'm waking up to this because I am a player first mentality always, and he deserves everything that he's worked for to this point in his career. But you mentioned the part of the soundbite that caught my eye too. He said, "I've always been a winner," right? And he's exceeded expectations, which I think is great. But I'm wondering, in his process, is he looking to be a free agent who goes to a contender, or is he wanting to hit an opportunity to shoulder the burden of bringing a team along? So that was just something that caught my attention in that conversation, but I'm definitely waking up to that one.